welcome back to my channel, Conversations with Yobusa, or Tame Your MBM, which is Tame Your Mind, Your Body, and Your Money. Today we're going to be talking about money, and these are 4 money hacks for 2025. So in 2025, I guess let me level set, right? I'm going to be talking more about like money, having the money mindset, how to generate, wealth, how to build that generational wealth, and hacks or things that we can start to do to start going on that path, right, towards wealth and freedom. Because wealth, what is it? What is it to really have wealth? Is really to have freedom and to have your time back. So I'm going to be doing more of such. So focusing more on the M in TYMBM, right? Money. Yes. Okay. So today, 4 money hacks for 2025. Number 1, and this is in no order of priority, or maybe I try to do them in order of priority, but anyway. Number 1 is having a money or growth mindset. And what do I mean by this, right? If you want to turn your life around, or you want to start generating wealth, generating money, over and beyond what you do now, right? You have to have that growth and money mindset, right? Because everything starts from the mind. Remember what Napoleon Hill says, for what the mind can believe and conceive, it can achieve. So it starts with the mind. And for me, and there are ways to go about developing this money mindset, so there are tons of books out there, there are tons of personal finance coaches that you can follow. There's podcasts on personal finance. I mean, there's so many things, but here are 2 books that I've read in the last year that have really helped me. So I even started late on this game, right? It's bizarre, right? But it's okay, better late than never. So here are 2 books that I found really useful. Number 1 is Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I did a review of it some time ago. And this is by Robert Kiyosaki. Go get it. It's a must read. And then the second one is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. These 2 books I found to give me a very nice foundation in terms of helping me develop or having that money and growth mindset. So you can start with these 2 books, okay? And then number 2 is have a budget. So 2024, let's just say 2024 and previous years, you just kind of we're just going with the flow, right? You were just kind of you earn your salary, maybe you spend the money, you don't even know what you spend it on, you're just going with the flow. And then maybe at the end of the month, there's a little bit in savings, you're like, okay, fine, I go with the flow. We're going to stop that rubbish in 2025. We are going to have a budget. It is absolutely key to do a budget. Companies do this every year without fail. In short, this time of the year, Q4, so from October through December, they start to put together their budget for the following year, right? And why do they do this? Because they need to have a very good picture or indication of, okay, how much cash is going to come in, how much cash is going to be generated by the business, and then how much cash is going to go out. Either you're paying salaries, you're paying expenses, marketing, whatever it is, or you're investing, right? You're spending money on capex, on buying capital equipment, or whatever it is, right? And then at the end of the day, it's like, okay, then after my cash in and then my cash out, what is the bottom line? And this is how they start to measure growth. So they have a trend analysis from years back. Okay, what has the top line and bottom line, being my cost basis. If companies can do it, and why do they do it? We also need to do it as individuals. You need to have a budget. You need to have that picture, right? How much cash is coming in and from what sources? Either your 9 to 5, maybe like a side gig, and then how much cash is going out and what are the cash expenditures? So your daily expenses, right? And then how much is left in savings? Although I would say flip it, and once you have cash coming in, you should pay yourself first. So you take a chunk first, once that cash hits your bank account, and you put it in savings, you pay yourself first. And then the rest, that then goes towards expenses, okay? And I will do again, 2025, I will do more about budgeting. I think it's really, really important we have budgets, we create budgets, okay? And then number 3 is you need to bring in more income, okay? Active income. So now, once you put your budget together, that will then give you a clear picture of, okay, are you bringing in enough income? And what you'll find most times is you are not. Your 9 to 5 is not enough. It's not cutting it. Warren Buffett says, right? If the only source of income is your 9 to 5, then you are 1 step away from poverty. And he's right. One source of income, it is not enough. What happens if you're laid off? What happens if something happens to maybe your health, you're not able to work? What happens? You're out and dry, right? Without money coming in. So it is important. And this, once you drop this budget, you will soon quickly figure out that, you know what, I need to increase my streams of income. This 9 to 5 is not cutting it, right? And so you have to go out there and actively bring in other sources of income. And this is called active income, right? Because you're going there, so maybe it's a side gig you're doing, maybe you are an event planner, maybe you're a makeup artist, maybe you provide financial services, financial statement preparation services to like small businesses. It's active income because you're literally using your time. You have to like spend time to go generate that income. So let's go get a second source of income, maybe like a third source of income, okay? So that's number 3. And then number 4 is you now want to invest for passive income and growth, right? So now once you put that budget together, you will very quickly see that, okay, hey, at the end of the month, I've got this excess cash, call it whether it's savings, whether, outside of your emergency fund, there's this excess cash. And then you think to yourself, okay, how do I deploy this cash so that it continues to generate me income, right? So this is called passive income generation. So you take cash, you invest it, and typical investment, vehicles or streams are maybe investing in the stock market, in stocks, bonds, or in real estate. Or sometimes you may not even have enough money to enter into like a real estate transaction all by yourself. This is where you go and organize with friends, trusted friends and family, right? And you guys pool money together and go do this real estate deal. There's a lady I interviewed, this was maybe 2 years back, Miss Kemi Fatogwe. And she, in that interview, she was telling me of how she and, a few of her friends, maybe 4 or 5 of them, pooled money together. There was this fantastic investment opportunity in the UK, so they pooled money together, they acquired a building, and then they did it up, right? They remodeled it and all that, and then they sold it for like a nice profit, and each one got their own share of the profit. I love that, I mean, it's 2 things. 1, the fact that you're able to do that with friends. It has to be trusted friends. It means you are rolling in the right circles, right? And then 2, you come together to generate money together. Me, I am all about not just generating money or all by myself, or I'm doing well and then my friends are not. No, it's like everybody, let's all come together and let's start to do well, right? I'm all for that. So again, 4 money hacks for 2025. I'll delve more into them. Have a money growth mindset, read books, have a budget so you know what your cash inflow is, cash out, and where any deficits are, right? You need to go and generate more income and all that. 3, go and generate more income, second source of income or third source of income, go do that. And then 4, once you have excess cash, you're like, okay, you need to go invest it so that cash will continue to work for itself and generate more money. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. 4 money hacks for 2025. 2025 is going to be a fantastic year, but it starts with us. We have to make that happen. Okay, money hacks.